Hi there. In this video, I'm going to talk about IFRS course, Diploma in International Financial Reporting. We get a lot of questions, what's the scope of diploma in IFRS? How to study for diploma in IFRS? What are the benefits for chartered accountants? What are the opportunities after completing this IFRS ACCA diploma? Is it possible to clear through self-study? How much it cost? What are the best institutes? So I'm going to cover all these questions in this video. So first of all, this Diploma International Financial Reporting Certificate is offered by ACCA Institute. It's basically a qualification or certificate for finance and accountant professionals. Now let me tell you, this International Financial Reporting Standards is already required by 120 countries who are required or have permitted the use of IFRS for publicly traded companies. Now, before we go ahead, let's first understand what is this IFRS. In simple words or in a sentence, if I want to say, it's the common language for accounting and finance professionals across countries. So IFRS was basically established to create a common accounting language so that businesses and their financial statements can be consistent and reliable from company to company and from one country to another country. So that's what is IFRS, or that's what's the intention of using IFRS is. Now the first important question, shall we do IFRS course? Is it relevant also? So first let's understand what's the scope of this IFRS. IFRS is mandated, that means it's compulsory to follow in 100 and plus countries, especially when we are talking about European Union. So all listed companies in the European Union have to prepare consolidated company accounts that comply with IFRS. There is no other choice. Now talking about GAAP, so GAAP is basically, I can say these are adopted IFRS or IFRS equivalents. So when I talk about countries like Australia, Hong Kong, South Africa, they have already adopted IFRS or they are following GAAP, which are equivalent to IFRS only. Talking about countries like India that have recently implemented IND AS, that is Indian Accounting Standard, these are also moving towards applying IFRS only indirectly. So if you will see, it's basically in every country or in coming few years, you will see the implementation of IFRS in every country. So it's a global move towards IFRS. Now when I talk about why we as finance professionals should do this DIP IFRS course. So first, let's talk about the examination. Is it difficult? Is it tough? How many exams? So you just have to give one paper, right? And that to take 3 to 4 months, and provided I'm just expecting you to study 5 to 6 hours a week. That's all you need in order to gain this diploma is you need to clear just one paper. And there are a lot of global opportunities. So as I told that they have already mandated, then you have GAAP, and then you have countries that are moving towards IFRS like India. So there are a lot of opportunities. When I talk about sectors for countries like India, you have options in diverse role, in diverse sectors, different sectors. But in India right now, there are different phases of adoptions for the India's especially. Now, when I talk about the specific sectors in opportunities, so IFRS, you have banking, insurance, listed, unlisted companies, but with high worth. When I talk about job opportunities, so you have job opportunities overseas, as well as when I talk about, India, provided you are working with global clients, location, anywhere you can now get a job with IFRS. This is advisable, if you are a married working, this can be a good opportunity when you are relocating basically. When I talk about consultancy business, those who are in practice, so you have an option or you have the opportunity to serve international clients as well, right? Or the government clients as well. And there are you have now work related to Ind AS or IFRS convergence as well. There is no age group. You have the options of working with government, private, PSU jobs as well. Now coming to the important question, for whom this course is for. So it's basically recommended if you are a professional accountant. That means you have already completed with your CA, CS, ICWA, or another professional courses, or you are a dropout, you cannot clear it, but now you are looking for better opportunities, or you are looking for a shift basically, or for graduates, but you have at least 2 years, 1 2 years of experience. Auditors who are in practice or running their business and want to expand their business globally, or if you are looking for jobs, be it in India or outside India, or you want to work with global clients, you can check the detailed eligibility by visiting the company's website following this link. Now, when I talk about examination structure, so it is 3.15 hours. Considering COVID, the examination style is also now remotely proctored. So ACCA Institute, when I talk about, they are, I'll say, they change very rapidly, and they are first one, I'll say, in the world to provide this option of remote proctored. So you can sit at your place and you can still appear for the examination. So anywhere you have the option for appearing the examination twice a year. One is in June and second is in December, but you can apply anytime. What is the passing percentage? It is 50% that you need to clear. When I talk about the examination pattern, so it's divided into section A and section B. So you will see 25%, basically 25 mark question from section A and 75 marks from the section B. So the entire paper is split into two sections. What's the pass percentage? If I talk about the recent past 4 attempts, so you will see it's 45, 49, 37, 55. So on an average, the passing percentage is significantly higher when I compare it with, definitely other professional courses. So it's somewhere between 40 to 50% ideally, and you have fair chance of clearing provided you give little bit of time and are serious and disciplined towards it. So what are the examination dates and fees? Fees I'm going to talk about in the next slide. But what fees you are going to pay? Initial registration, examination fees, tuition fees if you are opting, if you are taking classes. Registration you can do anytime. Exam, the last date is 12th of April if you want to appear for June 2021 examination session. If you have already registered, maybe you haven't cleared last time, or you have already registered, you can simply go to my ACCA and select the exam entry. Talking about the fees, so initial registration is £89, and if you are registering with any of the approved learning partner or even with us, this fees is reduced. When I talk about the examination fees, it is pound 117 that you need to pay. So two fees, initial registration and examination fees, plus tuition fees provided if you are opting it for, right? This is, I'm talking about India. If you want to see fees as per your own country, or right now if you are somewhere else, you can just check by visiting this link. I'm going to provide all these links in the description as well. So how to study? Now first is that first you need to get registered either it through a directly or an approved learning partner. So there are a lot of ACCA's accredited learning providers. So you can take classes from them. You can study by offering, their classes. You can check their books. Is it possible to clear a diploma in IFRS through self-study? I'll say it's yes and no both. So if you have good knowledge in the field of accounts and finance, and you have worked with accounting standards, IFRS, international financial standards directly, indirectly, so you can definitely clear it, no problems. But if you haven't, or you don't have the experience in this field, it's better to approach the tutors because it saves your time. They provide you with a specific smart strategy which helps you in clearing the exam. Moving further, now this is a general question that we receive, that what happens or how the salary looks like post when I cleared with this DIP IFRS course. So there is no specific figure to this, but what I'll say, you will get a lot of job opportunities. You will have the flexibility of moving towards different job, especially when you are looking for a switch. You have the options to work in implementation advisory with the global clients. On an average, I can say that it will be a 10 to 20% shift plus more if you are switching from one company to another company into the IFRS profile. So it all depends, what are your skills, what's your past CTC. So there is no specific figure, but on an average, if you will see for BCom, CA, MBA, semi CA or others, you will see 10 to 20% on an ideal rise in your salaries, provided you have that required experience as well. Moving further, this is what are the some good books that you can refer for self-study. If you are going, you want to study and you want to do self-study, no classes. So these are few books: IFRS for Dummies, Willy IFRS, IFRS Made Easy, Understanding IFRS Fundamentals. So these you can get easily online. Plus there is some bonus as well. So when you can just go to big four websites like be it Deloitte, be it EY, be it KPMG, these websites have very good material, very good researched material on their website portal that you can download and study from there as well. There are a lot of Telegram groups these days, so you can go and can ask for materials from other colleagues or anyone who is studying, and you can get the materials very easily. Moving further, what should be the next study plan? So first is you need to decide which attempt you are giving. Is it a June or December, right? Self-study or classes? Do you have the knowledge or experience of accounts? If not, then better to opt for the classes. What is the schedule and study? So you have to, you have to first decide books, videos, classes. So first arrange everything at one place. Then along with a dedicated time, okay, I'm going to study for 1, 2 or 3 hours, or more hours on the weekend, depends upon what is your condition right now. So I'll believe that if you are studying also for 2, 3 hours, or I'll say 6 hours in a week, it's more than sufficient. Examination revision, so I'll recommend, I highly recommend to go through past papers. Mock papers will give you understanding about the examination structure and the timeline, right? Moving further, so as I told, there are a lot of opportunities. The fees is not that higher. Difficulty level on an average, you have 40-50% passing percentage. So it's highly recommended for finance professionals or for someone who is looking for global opportunities. But please note that it's not easy to get a job overseas. You have to, work a lot on, be it your experience, be it your connections, be it on networking. You have to connect with a lot of people, but there are a lot of opportunities. And even today, if you might not see an immediate one, but in the future there are a lot of opportunities because everywhere around us is going to be IFRS. So to conclude, if you are looking for classes or have any concerns, feel free to drop me a WhatsApp message, or you can drop me an email as well. This is my LinkedIn profile. If you want to get connect with me on LinkedIn, you can definitely do. If you need any help, please let me know. All the links and all the detailed description, I'll be providing them in the description as well. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.